T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys.
Yeah.
You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
What it do, people? Welcome to a impromptu, what we calling this? Clash of the We Ain't Doing Well. 6-pointer. Oh my days, we're in the mud. It's Man United versus Liverpool Preview Show. Got my boy Matt with me. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro? I didn't think we would have this mood 3 games into the season, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, we haven't done what we were supposed to do, and that's start the season well. We started off poorly. Obviously, there's been reasons, injuries, and that. We'll get into all of that, but this is a game that we just have to win. No excuses. Like, it's not even about a draw. To be honest, I don't even care about performance, bro. Just give me the 3 points. That's all we care about. Our season needs to start. It hasn't started after 2 games, bro.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't
That's
it?
mad.
It's mad.
That's crazy. That's mad.
Man, like Pimp in the building. Big up yourself, bro. Says big up, G's. Pleasure is
going
all
on, bro?
ours. Man, like Pimp, legend of the channel right there.
Trust.
All right. So they've started the season and they've been beaten at home by Brighton. We've started the season, we've drawn away to Fulham. Then the following week, they've gone away to Brentford, been absolutely bent over. Like, properly bent over. Especially considering who they were playing.
Yeah, of course.
And then we've had the Eagles come to town and fly off with a point.
Yep.
So I'm looking at this situation and I'm trying to figure out which one's worse. And I'm not even doing this for banter, bro. I'm being serious. I know it's the host, you got to play a little advocate in that. But I'm being serious. We nearly won a quadruple. Man United are in the mud and have been for a very, very long time. Which start is actually worse if you forget about the points? Because if you look at the way we were supposed to work, and I tell you what, just to add a little context to it in case I'm confusing you with this question, because I can see your face.
Nah, I know what this is about.
Just to add a little context.
It's about still, yeah.
We got beaten in the last day of the season in terms of winning the league, right?
Yeah.
And then we lost the Champions League final.
And
Klopp looked us in our eyes, yeah?
Yeah.
After, and he said, where is the Champions League final? It's Istanbul, yeah? Book your ticket. So I was under the impression we was about to go hard in the paint for a transfer window, and then we was going to come into the season and we was going to start batting up the thing, yeah? And we've done anything but that, yeah? And Man United were in the mud, knew they were in the mud, had a terrible window, which they do all the time, and it's kind of what you expected of Man United to a degree. So, with that being said, who's had the worst start to the season?
Clearly us. Listen, the expectation for us, like you said, is way bigger. Not only that, as you said, we were in a hunt for a quadruple. So really and truly, it's just supposed to be you go again. You might not necessarily be in a quadruple by the end of the season, but you finish the season with 2 trophies. Everything is all set now to go again. Yes, we know we needed some changes, but everything is there. Bro, Man United have to do everything from get-go, from jump in it. They've got to redo everything. Hence, they brought in a new manager. They've just brought in a Casemiro. They brought in another guy as well, like a youngster. But they need a whole heap of players. There's players that have left, so they're in a different situation to us. We are already like, we theoretically should already be there. It should just be tweaking. You see, Man City, they just needed some tweaking. They got a striker. They're nice. But even if they didn't buy a striker, I would have expected them to win their games anyway. Now, albeit we've had some changes in our personnel, but the core is still there. And the core is still quality. So when I say core, I'm talking Alisson. I'm talking Van Dijk. I'm talking Trent. I'm talking flipping Robbo. I'm talking Fabinho. I'm talking Henderson, Thiago, Salah. Who else is there? Diaz. Like the core is there, bro. Just need a couple of tweaks. But the drop-off in performances is what's kind of really shocking me. Like, bro, first game of the season against Fulham. I understand Fulham being at home and all that, and first game of the season, but bro, we should be beating that team as good as they are. Then you think to yourself, all right, cool. Maybe it's a case of we just weren't ready. Like, fitness-wise, we weren't there. Hear the joke now. Palace now. We think, all right, the season's going to start now. The Fulham one was a fluke. Bro, I know we had chances against Palace, but we got to bury our chances, bro. Like, what's going on? Like, really? Like, is it a case of the players, like you said, are they not on it? I think they are. I think we've been a bit unlucky, but we can't have these excuses for a club of our magnitude and for what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to achieve great things, and for us to achieve great things, we can't have too many slip-ups, because you get into that false promise that happened last year where we got back into a title race, but we still had to rely on someone else to drop points. We need to have our destination in our own hands, bro. And I don't like it when it's not. And we're already playing catch-up. Nothing's done. Nothing's written. But we got to get a win, bro, on Monday. Because if we don't, then we've got to have serious conversations, fam. I can't lie. Serious conversations. Serious,
100%. No, 100%, bro. The Casemiro transfer, is that confirmed?
Yeah, pretty much. I think Fabrizio said something like...
No, but I mean confirmed as in like he's official. Like, I know they're going to get him, but like I'm talking about registration to be able to play the game. You have to be registered. No. You have to be registered by a certain time to be able to play in the game.
Yeah,
right? So he shouldn't be playing in the Monday game, right?
No, I don't think he'll be there. I'll double check now as we are talking, but as far as I'm aware, he won't be. As far as I'm aware.
So, I mean, as far as team news goes, looking at us right now, Kelleher, Matip, Konate, Ramsey, Thiago, Ox, Kai Gordon, Curtis Jones, and Diogo Jota are all still injured, and they will not be playing. We've had a few training boosts with Henderson and Phillips taking part. I didn't even know that Phillips had an issue, but apparently, like, there was a bit of doubts, but he did take part in training.
I didn't even know that still.
Yeah, neither did I, but, you know, apparently there was a problem.
Okay. A lot of people are saying, sorry to cut you, a lot of people are saying Casemiro had to be registered by Friday noontime, so yesterday, and he wasn't. Yeah. So he definitely might be. It'll be
I knew it was like 24 to 48 hours or something like that. Yeah, I knew it was. So yeah, based on that, we have quite a few players out, as we already knew anyway, bro. But Bobby, thankfully, should be back.
Yeah, that's true. I read that as well.
Bobby should be back, thankfully.
Yeah.
Man United, on the other hand,
I think Martial might be back in training for them, you know.
Yeah, I mean, on the website, it's saying it remains to be seen whether Martial will be involved. But Lindelof is still injured, so I'm guessing maybe it might be a match fitness thing for Martial. Like, he was back in training on Friday, but like, who knows if he's actually fit enough to play in the game?
Yeah, for real.
And I'm not gonna lie, Martial playing is a big deal. It's actually a big deal, bro, because it actually gives them fluidity and movement up front that they don't get usually. And we all know that's normally what will bother us. If you've got a
Agreed.
player like Cristiano, who's brilliant at like actually scoring a goal once he's in a position, you got to worry about him. But he's never going to be able to do anything in terms of strength, pace, or anything like that against Van Dijk and Gomez. It's going to have to be like the perfect chance created for him in order for him to do something. He's not going to get the ball and like take them on and sprint past them. I'm not saying Martial will do that, but he's capable of doing that. The in behind, the high line, the things that always get us. Martial can do that. Ronaldo's not running in behind. If we're on the halfway line, Gomez and Virgil are catching Ronaldo if he gets put through on the halfway
that's
line.
true.
Like,
That's not fact.
Virgil basically caught Zaha, who's way quicker than Ronaldo. So you know what I'm saying? Like if we've got to worry a lot less about that. Do you get what I'm saying? If it's Ronaldo playing rather with Ronaldo, you got to worry about perfect service. With Martial, you got to worry about the off the ball running. That'll be the difference between the two. So it will actually be a big deal depending on which one of those two players actually played in the game. But based on the way their team's looking and the way our team is looking, who do you think feels more confident going into this game? Remember, we got no Nunes, which would have been an absolute perfect player to put up against their dodgy defense right now.
Yeah, see, I still think we're the more confident team only because of they're good at what? Some of the players that were there are going to remember what happened last season. And last season, we absolutely annihilated them. They're also going to know that we still got Salah. We still got, like, top players in the team. We still got a Diaz. We still got a Firmino. Yes, we might not have the same confidence that we obviously had last season going into the game, but they're going to be well aware of if we make any mistakes, they, you know what I mean, they expect to get punished, innit? It's one of them ones. They will know. Man United will know, and I think the reason why they're probably even more nervous than what we should be, especially, is because they haven't settled. So even though we're both in the same boat, like none of us have won a game yet, bro, they're still trying to understand what the manager wants from them. They're still trying to understand the demands, what was required to like succeed for them to even do what or to do anything. Some players are playing for their future. They don't even, some of them realize it, some of them don't. So there's a lot of uncertainty with Man United. This is why we have to capitalize on these things. Because I'll tell you something now, Drift. If we don't beat a Man United with no confidence, what does that say about us, bro? I can't lie to you.
Bro,
Joe, that's like
I don't even want to think about it, to be honest.
Joe, that's like all right. Your brother is younger than you, yeah. You're both at school. He gets into a bit of a scuff, yeah. Obviously, you're a couple of years older than him, yeah, or however many years, yeah. Then he calls you to go and deal with it, and then you go and get tump up as well. How are you gonna feel, bro? No. You and your brother got tump up, bruv. Do you know how mad that is?
By the kid who's the same age as my brother?
Yes, bro. Because Man United have no confidence. Bro, let's be real. Let's be real for 1 second. And this is what's so crazy, yeah? And this is why I'm putting even more pressure on us. Because I'm going to say something about Man United. We laugh at Man United, yeah, all the time about their state of mind and where they are. Maguire hasn't been the same since he went Greece. They bought a centre-back who's probably not even taller than Kevin Hart, yeah? They've got who they buy? They bought Ericsson, who 1 week is playing false 9, then he's playing DM, yeah. Wan-Bissaka, who was supposedly the greatest Booker T impersonation, supposed to be amazing, is now not even in the squad. They're trying to get rid of him. So now they're playing Dallo there, who is doo-doo. Luke Shaw clearly don't care about preseason or fitness or nutrition, yeah. They still got the McFred there. That's never coming off the menu, bruv. That's going to stay there forever. You're like McDonald's. That fillet of fish, whether you like it or not, that's going to stay there until McDonald's go out of business. They never will. All right, cool. Who should we move on to next year? Bruno Scatter Fernandez. We as fans know we can score goals, but he's a scattergun. He's all over it. But you don't know what's going to happen with Bruno. Yeah? That's a lot of their players. There's a lot to say about their players. None of them are playing well. This could come back to haunt us. It could come back to haunt me. But as things stand, that's where Man United are, bro. We should be beating this team. But the problem is that we've been so poor that I don't think any Liverpool fan can really say it with chest that it's a definite win. We know we should be winning, but none of us can sit here and say that's a definite win. Why? Because we haven't started the way we should have. And it's kind of annoying because the more I think about it, the more I brush them, I think, right, you know what, yeah? They are shocking. Don't get twisted. Because the way they got havoc by Brentford, yeah, they got pieced. If we don't beat them, bro, I can't even lie, bro. You know me already. I'm positive, but bro, come on, man.
Let me ask you something. I don't know if anybody thought about this, but you know I overthink things. What could be a worry, and disagree with me if you want, is as much as everything you just said is factual about how much they're in the mud, Casemiro's going to give them a boost psychologically. You know, sometimes you don't even know where the boost comes from, but just something gives you a boost and you feel better about yourself.
I hear that. Yeah, that's
Casemiro
true.
signing for them could give them a boost, even though he's not playing. And they played at the weekend and we played on Monday. It's now a Monday game. They've had 9 days to prepare for this game, bro. Now, I know they don't quite get what Ten Hag wants.
They get an extra day, really. Yeah.
That is a long... No, but remember, it shouldn't be on the Monday, generally speaking, anyway. So, like, they've got way longer because there was no midweek games. They would have had like a solid 7 days of actual training to help them to understand what Ten Hag wants and have a specific plan just to stifle us, bro. Even if it isn't about them fully getting what he wants, he's not trying to be embarrassed. He might drop his principles for this one game to not be embarrassed because it's against their biggest rival. And he might have just been aiming a whole tactic that they had a whole week to get ready for Liverpool. Can that not be taken into consideration when thinking about this game? That what happened prior might not even necessarily be that much of a scale of what's to come for this game, so to speak.
All right, you got a point there because Man United have had time to kind of prepare. Don't get it twisted. But even if they have, bro, it's still going to take game reps to kind of understand what the manager wants. You can only do so much on the training ground. Us, it's a bit different because really and truly, now that Nunes, we know ain't starting, we should be playing how we normally play. We shouldn't be forcing it, trying to still get used to Nunes. We should be forcing it anyway. But like the training ground stuff, yeah, this is where even I'm thinking now, Klopp, you've had a week to prepare, bro. You've had a week. You should be able to work on something that's similar to last season where we just completely annihilate them. Because bro, I'm not going to lie to you. I think if we beat them, they really crumble. Like, I'm talking like, I look at their next couple of fixtures and think, I don't know if they will get a win. But that's only if we put the hammer down. Because I think it's one of those ones where if we somehow lose the game or they get a draw, they might get galvanized, especially if they win. But if we beat them, bro, I'm not going to lie to you, Ten Hag will be in some serious trouble if we beat them. And especially if it's a battering. I think we go to the game as favourites, like, even though it's at Old Trafford, of course we do, because we are a better team than them. However, though, it's still at Trafford, isn't it? And I think it's only the last 2-3 years that we kind of got over the hurdle where it's like, it's not just, you know, you don't just play the occasion, play the game. And I think we've finally gotten over that. And I hope that's the same thing, brother, on Monday. I can't lie.
Well, just quickly before we move on, looking at the next 3 fixtures after this game, Man United have Southampton
they should lose
away.
That. Yeah, they'll probably lose that.
Then they have Leicester away. And then they have Arsenal at home.
They'll definitely lose that. But I could be wrong. But I don't see an easy win there for them.
And we have Bournemouth at home. Our following game. Then we have Newcastle at home.
That'll be a tough game.
Then we have Everton away.
So
Newcastle at home and Everton away ain't the easiest of games. So
it's not. But
if we don't get a win today, anyway, we'll save that for another.
No, do you know what it is as well? We'll be able to see how good Newcastle are when they play Man City tomorrow. You know, it's one of them ones.
That's true.
That'll be a kind of a point where you look at it because if let's say they give Man City a real good game, we could look at that and go, yeah, do you know what? It's probably going to be a bit tougher. It's going to be really hard for us. If it's hard for them, it'll be hard for us with 2 top teams, innit? They're in better form than us as well. So, but again, football's different. Just because someone plays well against one team, that means they're going to play against you the same way. So you know how that stays already. With us, everyone thinks it's a cup final and it jars my brain, bro. I swear to you. But when it's Man City, they all just roll over, bro.
Yeah. Let's not even get into that. Yeah. But let me just hit up a couple of these Supers before we get onto team news.
Cool.
Messi FC, big up yourself, bro. Says, Drift, do you still think Jones is a future captain? Yes, I do. Leave me alone.
Drift does not believe that for 1 second. I swear down.
Mr. Derai, Fab, Hendo, and Naby, or Klopp. He thinks Klopp's gonna play Fab, Hendo, and Naby, but he's saying it should be Hendo, Elliot, and Naby. Which one are you going? Actually, do you know what? Can I save that one because that's gonna be a part of what I wanted to ask you for the team lineup.
Because
I'll save that one.
Yeah.
Promo. I reckon Bailly and Varane start this game. Yeah, I've actually heard from through the grapevine that Maguire's dropped. Like as of like now, like thingy's just Ten Hag's just had enough. So I don't think Maguire will play in this game, which is to our detriment a little bit because him playing in the game is actually very beneficial for us, bro.
But we need Maguire to play, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah. Varane and Bailly ain't exactly in banging form, but they're so much better at defending than Maguire is that it massively improves them regardless. And just quickly, Pimp says, I'd like to see Klopp take
ETH
for the rock and roll.
Oh, too short.
ETH.
Eric Ten Hag. Yeah, is that his name? Eric Ten Hag?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it must be. Yeah. I'll say he wants him to rough him up like the two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Boy, Klopp won't get involved in all them things there.
No, Klopp. But it takes a lot to really run.
He would definitely bad up Ten Hag though. He's way bigger and way stronger. So I'm sure.
Oh yeah. The only person I thought Klopp would actually struggle with, is funny enough, is my man who's just recently left. On my days, what's my man's name from
what team?
Callum used to do the impersonation all the time, bro.
Oh, Dash.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you don't want none of Dash.
Dash is on some smoke thing. He looked like he would
you
smoke any manager at any time. Pull up in front of your yard and everything there.
I don't know. Conte is. I don't know what you know.
No,
Tuchel only did that because people are around.
Yeah. But Conte's got the goons though. Conte's got the goons, fam.
Conte's John Wick, bro. He'll badge you up by himself.
Nah, it's true. You don't want to mess with Conte though. I can't even lie.
So look, going into the selected lineup. Give me your back four, bruv. I know Ali's in goal, obviously.
Yeah. Trent, Virgil, Gomez, and Tsimikas.
Okay.
I'm dropping Robbo, fam.
Okay. I mean, I ain't got a problem with it, but when Tsimikas came on, he did look kind of the same.
I hear you, but he needs a bit of rhythm. I feel like, here's the thing, yeah? When Robbo has bad games and he's allowed to because he's a human and he might be a little bit tired out of form, it's okay to play another great left back. I think we just need to understand that. Well, not even us as fans. Klopp needs to understand that, bro. You got two sick left backs, you know. You can rotate them. It's okay. Do you know what I mean? If one gets a little bit unhappy, cool. Speak to man and know he's important. Them man, they know that they're both important. Do you want to know why? Drift, is very rare that you'll have two players that play in the same position that are always going to be on form at the same time and be fit at the same time. It's very rare that you'll see that throughout a whole season. Them man, they should know they'll get their chance. That's how I feel like Tsimikas should have a go, bro.
Oh, yeah. Vieira. I wouldn't really like to see Klopp go up against Vieira either.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Do you remember when the pitching version,
Patrick will probably smoke all the managers in the league.
Yeah, he's throwing hands as well, Patrick.
Yeah, but he hit man with a leg kick, bro. He's probably doing some kind of MMA thing.
He ain't messing about.
Yeah. No, Vieira would smoke all the managers, actually.
He would
true. All right, so...
Would you agree with that back four, or would you? What would you take?
I agree. I agree with what you just said about Tsimikas and Robbo as well. I do. I'm just saying, for the last 20 minutes of the game, Tsimikas came on and did exactly the same as what Robbo did.
That's the bit that baffles me. It's like, bro, is this what Klopp asked you to do to start? But the thing is, how can we be spamming crosses? Yeah, when the striker's not even there, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I mean, put it in the danger zone, hope a man gets in. Do you remember that beautiful cross that he did put in that I think Nunes or Jota would have scored? We had a free kick. The delivery was literally where, and it was like, if there was a striker on the pitch, that striker would have.
If Jota was, I'm not gonna lie. If we had Jota, I'd be feeling way more confident.
We had Jota, I think, with I would actually sit here and comfortably say we smoked Man United if we had Jota.
Yeah.
Fully fit Jota going into this game. We smoked
Because
Man United.
Jota is clinical. He's clinical compared to like some of our other players that we have. He for me, as things stand, because we can't really gauge Nunes because he hasn't played enough games. But if we're talking about all the forwards, not including Nunes, yeah. So that's Diaz, obviously Jota, Firmino, and Salah. You'd have to say Salah and Jota are the most clinical. Like they're the first two that come to mind, isn't it? Now that Mane's gone as well.
And plus, I mean, just from a couple of games off the top of my head, especially against Arsenal and Man United, Jota's fast becoming a big game goal scorer as well. Like when it comes to the big games, like Jota always scores in the big games as well.
He does, bro.
It's not like he just bullies the little teams. He turns up in them big games and he scores goals in them big games.
Yeah,
so,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's
facts, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean. All right, midfield.
This is where it gets techie. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. Fabinho's been really a form, bro. And I know it's only 2 games in, but you can only go by what you've seen, innit? It's like who's in better shape, innit? Who's played better or who's in better form? If we're gonna keep it a buck, Drift, it should really be Henderson in the 6, Elliot on the right, because he's been our best attacking midfielder. And then on the left, I'd either go Milner or Naby, because Naby's fit. So either Milner or Naby. I think I'll go Naby because Milner, that means Milner would have played 3 games in a row. And even though Milner's played very, very well, it's a long season. And it seems like if we are going to have this injury crisis at some point, we're going to need Milner down the stretch as well. So I would maybe start Naby. But I'd also wouldn't mind Klopp starting Milner because Milner's actually played very well in his last couple of games. So, do you know what I mean? One other thing I was thinking of, though, which came to my mind, and I was thinking, the last time we smacked up Man United, what was the trio, bro? It was Henderson, Milner, and Naby. And it's making me think, do we go there again? But I can't drop Harvey because Harvey's played well. But then I think
he's
to
been
myself,
the best of the bunch, really.
Yeah,
Harvey.
but then I think to myself, this is Man United. This is a really big occasion. Like, these men have got the experience in the big games. They've actually got the experience, especially, do you know what I mean? Harvey's the one with the least experience, but arguably one of the best in form. That's why you can't drop him. Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, so just on Mr. Darren saying,
sorry, 3-1 Palace,
Yeah. I knew Villa were gonna lose that game.
Gerard, you got a lot to answer for still. I can't even lie.
So would you go Hendo, Harvey, and Naby, or Fab, Hendo, and Naby based on Mr. Darren Say's question?
I would go Hendo, Harvey, and Naby.
Okay. Just on that, like me personally, you lot are gonna think I'm mad. I would actually go Hendo, Milner, Elliot. And I tell you why. Not because I got anything against Naby.
I
hasn't played any football.
I understand that though.
I don't think it's a wise idea to go into a game against Man United that's a must-win game with a player who's had no football yet. Do you get what I'm saying? I actually think that even though what you said about Milner...
Did Naby play in the first game? So let's cut you. Did he play in our first game against Fulham?
No, he was ill, wasn't he? I don't think Naby's... I think he took part in the Community Shield, but I don't think Naby's played any Premier League
he wasn't ill,
yet.
bruv. He was left on the bench. I remember. So he was left on the bench for the first game. Klopp didn't use him. Then second game, he was
Are you
ill.
sure? Was he not
Yeah.
ill?
No, he was. I could check it now. It was. I remember now because I was like, why didn't he bring him on? We got the 5 sub rule. Yeah, no, bro. If I'm not mistaken, it was correct me if I'm wrong, people. Was Naby Keita available for the first game? I thought he was.
I thought Naby was ill for the first game.
No, he was. He just didn't use him, and I remember thinking, how comes he didn't give it? He was an unused sub. Yeah. Unused sub. Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was the Crystal Palace game when he was at unused
No.
sub.
So that's when he was ill. That's when he was ill, and Klopp was like, he's ill. He's not available for selection.
Fair enough.
But
that's the reason why I would go with that, because Naby hasn't played any football yet, and even though even though Milner is 36 years old, we're at the beginning of the season where there's a week off between games. At this stage of the season, Milner's not going to be tired. This isn't the time to worry about Milner's fatigue or anything. That's way, way later down in the season when you got to worry about that. So I think Milner will be fit, firing, and ready to go. Milner was arguably the best midfielder with Elliott in the Crystal Palace game, so I think he deserves to start another game. And Flacco was just so off form that like Hendo's got to take his place at the moment.
All right, let me throw a little something at you to think about. Yeah, I haven't got problems with that midfield if we're talking about form, but if we're also talking about what we need from our midfielders, if Naby plays on the left and Elliott was to play on the right, we've actually got two progressive ball carriers, whereas James Milner isn't really gonna do that. But what he will do is he'll offer stability and he'll offer good, insightful passing. However, I feel like the key against a team that's more likely than not going to play a bit pragmatic, you kind of need to force the issue a bit. So that's why I'll say, like, I know you're right in terms of it's a risk because the player that we're talking about, Naby Keita, hasn't played. But if there's one person that can drive with the ball, as well as Elliott, it's him. Get the ball, run at players, and you break the line. Man United will panic. I feel like if we play in front of Man United, we're kind of playing into their hands a little bit. That's what they want us to do. Because the key for me when we played them last season was Naby Keita and Milner. In fact, Milner actually did it as well. Actually, both of them were actually like causing pressure on the defense because they were running in behind, especially Naby. Naby just was on a mad one on that right hand side channel, if you remember. Like, cause he made them man their head bite each other and all them things there, and got an assist and a goal. He played very, very well. So, I personally would say that's food for Klopp, but I understand where you're coming from though, because if you're talking about form, that does make the most sense if you go Milner and Harvey. But I just like the fact of if Naby starts, I'm expecting the ball progression. But at least if he's on the bench,
John makes a very good point though as well, bro. If Naby wants out and that contract situation ain't exactly looking good at the moment, that's been the talk for this week. Is Naby's head even in the right place to play the game?
Only Klopp would know. It's hard to say, innit? I don't know. I know people will be like, man, you should. I don't know. One thing I did say though is that there was problems with the contract. I did tell you, man, before it was even announced. Just saying, people. Just saying. But no, that's an educated guess though. But in terms of his headspace, yeah, you might have a point, bro. He might not be in the right frame of mind. But then Klopp said he will speak. I don't know if it's at a press conference. Klopp said, I'll speak to him. No. Klopp said, there's no issue. Like, it's cool. So, like, whatever said,
you know how I feel about whatever Klopp says in press conferences.
No, I know. But I think he was very strong about it, though. He was just like, people trying to not make up things, but he kind of, regardless of the contract situation, he's kind of made it clear that, like, he's got no issues with Naby from what he's saying. Anyway, I don't know. We'll know when it's 4 or 5 games later, and if he is fit and he's still not playing, that's quite telling. That either says to me that he could potentially be on the move, or there's maybe a breakdown somewhere, and he's just like, we're gonna have to let him go or something, or sell him. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
I mean, and with the Salcedo rumors starting to pick up a little bit.
I heard about that. Still, we only like
we will never know. I mean, let's be honest as well before we move on to the attack. We know who's going to play.
We got no choice.
No, in midfield, it's going to be Flacco. There's no way Klopp drops Flacco for this game. There's no way Klopp drops. Like, Flacco's playing. So it's either going to be Flacco, Milner, Elliott, or Flacco, Hendo, Milner. That's 100%, bro.
If he plays Flacco, Hendo, Milner, it's going to be a long evening, bro. I can't lie to you. That's like I don't want to be disrespectful because remember, every player we have is good in their own right. But it's about combinations. We know that already as fans. Like, we need to see the right combination. Of course, when Flacco's on it, he's sick. When Henderson on it, he's sick. When Milner's on it, he's sick. We know they're sick, but you've also got to find the right combination, bro. If he plays Flacco, Henderson, and Milner, bro, there's no ball carrying whatsoever, bro. That is literally Fabinho's screens, and then it's just Milner and Henderson just like.
But all right, let me play devil's advocate just for a second.
Fam.
That midfield will bully the shit out of Man United's midfield.
Yeah, but we don't.
So is winning the battle in that? No, but is winning the battle in that way still not a good way to win a game when you've got 3 players up front that can win you the game, as we will get onto? Because remember, all our main success as Liverpool came with a powerhouse midfield, not a ball progression midfield, not a skillful midfield. It came with a powerful midfield.
No, yes and no. I'll tell you why. Yes,
Genie Hendo and Flacco was a power midfield, bro.
It was, but Genie gave us ball progression, though. You get what I'm trying to say? People might not like that. He might not have had the insightful ball drift, but we used to talk about ourselves. Like, Genie ran with the ball, very good in tight spaces, and on his day, if he wanted to, Genie could beat his man. But didn't he do it to Man United in 8? Well, I know it's 18, 19.
Yeah.
Remember that turn on the halfway line? Yeah.
But by the instructions, you can tell he did it very few and far between. He was capable of doing it, but like it's like the instructions were like, don't do it.
Genie was up. No, but what it was, all right. So here's the thing, yeah. When it comes to like I'm calling it the old school days, the old school days. Yeah? Henderson was the powerhouse, innit? He was the powerhouse, like he was the engine, like up and down, all flank, yeah. Fabinho was the screener, Milner was just the soldier, done everything, and Gini Wijnaldum was like the jack of all trades guy, but with exceptional ball retention, bro. Like you couldn't get the ball off Genie unless he made a mistake. If Genie doesn't make no mistake, you can't get the ball off him because he's undercoverly strong on the ball as well, like ridiculously strong.
Bro, yeah, he was ridiculously strong.
He's not even. Genie's not even built. But do you know what it is though? His core, bro. Man's core is serious, bro.
Like, if a man doesn't get injured for 3 seasons, you know he's about that like strength and condition in life.
Yeah.
It is what it is,
it's true. But yeah, now to the point, like, yeah, Genie Henderson, used to do a lot of work, and it was testament to them as to where we are now because they gave us a platform. Like that engine room that we had, I'm including Milner in that and Flacco, was absolutely exceptional. What's so mad is that as years have gone by and obviously people getting older, the engine room used to be actually, when you think about it, the best part of Liverpool. Remember, we used to go back how many years and say 17, 18, 18, 19. Look at our midfield, bro. We've got everything we need.
There's 150,000 on the clock now. That's basically what it is.
The mileage is
the mileage. Yeah, you got to get it serviced every 6 months now.
Yeah, we had to let one car go, bro. You know, like that. The car, Genie left. One of the cars went, bro.
Yeah,
like that. So another car.
Spark plug change all the time. It's mad.
Other cars always breaking down. So yeah, man.
So moving on to the midfield.
You mean attack?
Onto the attack. What you going with in the attack,
bruv? You know what? Actually, I got something to speak about still because I saw a part of the show yesterday. About my take on Diaz. I'm trying to remember the guy's name, bro.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah,
Chris.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send a message actually. Still, but we'll get onto that.
That's not a cartel you want.
No. Listen. It's calm, bro. Listen what I'm about to say. So anyway, Salah picks himself. Obviously, we know that Salah picks himself.
Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button, man. Come on.
Firmino picks himself as well because, bro, he's the only striker that's fit. Lucho picks himself because he's on form anyway. Now to the Lucho thing, yeah. All right, cool. So let me just clarify what I meant because I think there's been some mistranslation. And correct me if I'm wrong, people, and the people should be able to remember exactly what I said. I said, this guy has everything, bro. Everything. The guy's sick. But what does he need to do? He needs to start finishing his chances. For me, I don't think that's major criticism. For me, I think I'm being fair. Why am I being fair? Because I believe in him. Because all I'm saying is, if you tweak one thing, you have the potential to be world class. Am I lying?
Chris is in the building.
No. Big up Chris. Chris, big up to you, your cousin, all of that. Love as well, bro, for watching the channel. You guys, obviously, as well. Like that's my support. But no, Chris, I just want to clarify because I need to make sure. Because I don't want people to think I'm some Diaz hater, which is crazy. Like, you should know, Drift. Every time I've spoken about Diaz, I've said, oh, bro, he's sick, yeah? But we just need him to start burying more of his chances. And I think that's a fair thing to say. That's not me saying he's a bad player or anything like that. That's just me saying he can take his game to the next level. And guess what he did, Chris? He scored an amazing goal. But you guys will know better than me because obviously you guys will see him play for Colombia in the regular. I won't, innit? I'll probably see like the highlights and stuff. So you guys know what it's capable of. Maybe you guys were just saying to me like, oh, Raj, you know what, Matt? Once he fully settles, he can do that more on a regular basis. And I'm glad, bro. That's all it was, innit? So, yeah, Chris, listen, there's only one of me. I don't know how many of you guys there are. So, you know, like that, bro. I'm easy. Everyone should be easy, but no, it's cool. Like again, like love as always, and no, big up you guys as well, because I think we can all see that Diaz is going to be great. My only concern, and I say that you will go back, the concern was, is he going to score the chances that he creates because he's so good? He's so good, bro. But yeah, man.
One thing I will say though, bro, yeah, on the Diaz thing, I get what you're talking about, because in our team we can only care about our team. Yeah. But and other than Mane, who obviously is gone now, Son, and to a degree Kulusevski, but still not really, but to a degree Kulusevski.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about any wingers who are prolific goal scorers anyway. Like, I think because of the way we played, we started to believe. No, that's what I'm saying. Son.
All right. So I give you some names.
How many prolific wingers?
So here's the thing. If a player has all the traits to be world class,
Sterling, I guess.
No, because Sterling. Yeah, all right. So you got Salah. You had Mane. Sterling, Son, and I'll probably say, is there anyone else I can think off the top of my head?
I mean, even if you go around world football, I mean,
in the Premier League,
prolific. Is Gnabry prolific? Like, I'm trying to think of all the top wingers around the world, and we're thinking, are they even prolific?
But for wingers, if you get like 15 or 15 plus. Because it's different. You're not a striker, and even if you're a wing forward, because you're still starting out wide and having to go into the centre. Obviously, the centre's closest to goal. A lot of these, Bobby's not prolific because he's had that one season. That's why I don't want to get carried away.
I wouldn't call him prolific.
But he can be prolific, and this is what I was going to say about Diaz, and especially to Chris and the guys over there as well. He has the potential to be prolific because he's so good. In my opinion, he's the best dribbler that we have in the squad. Easily. I think he actually might be the best at creating space because of the way how he plays. He's very aggressive. So like when Diaz gets the ball, he's thinking, I need to try and beat my man. There are times when I've seen him slow play down, but more times than not, he's trying to make something happen. And what it is, is that if you're going to get yourself into those areas where it's so dangerous, you can score, because I've seen you do it before. And the fact of the matter is, this is his first full season. Bro, he has the potential to get 15 goals this season. And I don't think that's a crazy number. He has the potential to do it, bro, with his ability.
I think Klopp is struggling, and Pep Linders.
Oh, yeah, Mahrez is there.
Mahrez is a goal-scoring winger, but I still wouldn't call him prolific.
Ooh, he's probably...
If you look at last season, his stats look like that. But if you look at the few seasons before that, I wouldn't say you could call him prolific.
Maybe he needs one more season.
He's a very good goal-scoring wide player, but I don't think I'd call him prolific. Prolific means that you normally bag close to 20 goals season in, season out. That's what you would call a prolific winger. Sterling, Son, Salah, Mane, like, every season you're almost guaranteed.
Yeah, if you're back in 20, if you're back in 20, you get what I'm saying? Back in 20, but there's a few in world football. It's long to go into now, but there's a few.
Because remember, prolific's got nothing to do with your ability to finish. It's just how many goals do you score on a regular basis. Of course. Do you know what I mean? We're not as a goal scorer. Mahrez is good.
Do you know? I know this. Sorry, I didn't slightly go off topic. Yeah, I would take. I've said this, I think, already. I'll take Eze at Liverpool. In our midfield three. I can't even front.
He's a good little player still.
But Eze is cold, bro. But anyway, yeah, go on.
So what was I talking about?
No, we're talking about
what the problem is. I just believe that Klopp and Pep are struggling to make the transition from the false nine as the creative player in the team to the wide players are the creative players in the team. And I think we've got Diaz way too far away from goal. Because if you look at the majority of the goals that he's scoring or the majority of the good play, he's having to beat 3-4 man. That's not normal. This isn't FIFA. Man just can't be asking man to do FIFA settings every single week. You've got to try and find a way to get Diaz one-on-one with the fullback so he beats his man and he's in on goal. None of this, he's got to take on 4 players.
No, but Joe, it is. We saw more of that last season. Obviously, the way how the system was last season, he got used to it very quickly. And because we was playing Mane there, Mane can do a bit of everything. And Mane is very intelligent, yeah? Mane was able to, do the false nine thing when he needed to, occupy that space, Diaz run in. Diaz had quite a few chances last season. He was just unlucky not to score them. Bit like Suarez in his first season. Remember when Suarez was hitting the post? Like when we first signed him, bro, he hit the post and crossbar how many times? I'm not trying to say you're going to do a Suarez thing, but just unlucky. this season is a little bit different for Diaz. I fully agree with you because this season, like I said, now you got Nunes. Nunes is going to occupy that center spot all the time. So it's like Diaz is having to work off him, and the same as Salah. However, I feel like Salah has adapted quicker in terms of the run that he would need to make, that outside to in channel. Whereas, like you said, Drift, Diaz might still be on touchline, but I don't know whether that's a design by Klopp, because Klopp might not want both strikers going central, because then that means you're all just going to be bundled up, right? Because Nunes is already there. If Salah goes in there, that's 2. You're not going to have 3 players all in the center.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're struggling to make the change. You get what I'm saying? From the creativity's in the middle to now the creativity's out wide. Salah hugs the touchline way more than he used to. That might actually affect his effectiveness on the game. Do you know what I'm saying? I know he's creative in the way that he's been getting a lot of assists. But I wouldn't call him creative to the point where that's what the only job you give him. Like, no, do you know what I mean? That would be weird if that's what we start doing. So give me a front 3 though, bro. Give me a front.
Bro, it has to be Salah, Diaz, and Firmino. There's no other way to even think about it. Obviously, if we're gonna get to a point in the season when Jota and Nunes are both fit, and it's gonna be interesting to see who we would rather go with, because Jota's got to play catch up, because the injury worries me, if I'm being honest, because it's a hamstring. So you have to be careful with the minutes you give him. And Nunes still has to get used to how we play. But at some point in the season, and it might be 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, both will be fit. And we're going to have to make the decision who fits better up front, Jota or Nunes. But do you want to know something? It's a good thing to have, because you need options. You can't just go for a season with one good striker. You need a minimal 2. And hopefully we have that in both of them. Do you know what I mean? So...
Yeah, I agree. I think the front 3 definitely picks itself. You could obviously, the only other option you have is Elliott plays wide or Carvalho plays wide, which are terrible options. So, yeah, we've got no choice. But you know what worries me the most about that, bro? That means if we're not winning this game with an hour in, how the hell do we change the game?
That's where, for me, you'd have to change probably the formation. And like you said, a bit of tinkering. So it might have to be a thing of, like, I hate to say it, and I can probably see Klopp doing it, like towards the end. What was it of the last game where against Palace, where I think it was Salah for the middle, but then he also put Diaz for the middle, Salah on the right, and Carvalho on the left. However, I feel like he can adapt that. Instead of going to a 4, still sticking with a 4-3-3, in my opinion, Klopp should look at it and go 4-2-3-1 or a diamond, switch it up a bit. Whether he'll do that, I don't know, but he's somehow got to fit Carvalho in the 10, because that's how you get the best out of him. He needs to be in the central areas of the pitch more. That's where he's more of a danger. He's got the ability to beat players, but he's not like Luis Diaz, where he can just carve up 4 man. Like, not many people can do that. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's
probably only Salah and Diaz can do that in a whole team.
We need Jota and Diaz, and it's really annoying me, because if Nunes didn't get that suspension, I think he eats that Man United defense alive.
I think he does as well. I think that game suits him. Yeah. I also feel like that game would have been perfect for him, because they would have been scared of him. He's where he is right now. He's actually even got the upper hand of being an unknown quantity in the league. Just a bit like Haaland. Them are unknown quantities. People don't know how to play against them. When you're an unknown quantity, you're a problem, because there's no scouting report. But they're going to go back to your Benfica days where you was playing with completely different players. So yeah.
So did Uruguay make the
World Cup?
Yeah, did they make the World Cup? That's a good question, actually.
I'm not sure.
Let me check.
I'm not even sure, you know.
Uruguay, did they make the World Cup?
Genuinely, I'm not sure still. Someone said yes, they did. They did. Colombia didn't. Oh, they did, bro. So he's going World Cup then. He's their main guy, isn't it? Yeah, Colombia didn't.
Yes. They're in the group with South Korea.
Oh no, so Diaz ain't going still. But you know what, though?
Korea, Portugal, and Ghana are in their group.
That's mad still.
Okay, so Diaz ain't going to the World Cup. I mean, I feel bad as in that.
That's what I was going to say. I feel bad because that's
another one of our stars. That means Salah and Diaz get a month off, though, bro. That's big for Liverpool, though. for Salah and Diaz to get a month off. While I mean, I know they'll have them in
is.
training and keeping them match fit.
That's what I was gonna
but
say.
That's still a good thing, though.
It's a weird thing to have, but yeah, like we said many times, it's weird to have a World Cup, bro, in November, December. Like, I still can't even get over that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, well, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Quick super from Chris. So Matt, I've got the vultures in the dungeon. You safe? I believe it's his instructions, but then him not being able to do what you're saying. I can see Diaz is completely different from the first half and the second. Yeah, do you know what? I actually think it's probably the instructions as well. And I hate to say it because I don't want to look like I'm like piling on the whole Pep thing or trying to have a go at Klopp or whatever. But I've noticed that he's become less effective the more Liverpool coach him. Now you tell me, what is that? I don't know if there's anything there.
What, Diaz?
Yeah, like if you look at it, when he came in January and he just came in as who he was, he let the Premier League on fire. And the more he's listened to the coaching, the less effective he's getting, bro. I don't know if that's a coincidence, if I'm just saying something that's not really there or not, but I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
I think it's personnel. Remember, like, Mane knew the system. I think, John, it is. Mane was so good in that centre forward role. Diaz was just allowed to be Diaz. We didn't have to change the way how we played. But because now we've got Nunes there, and Nunes has been there now, he's kind of had to change because he don't know what Nunes is going to do necessarily yet. And because Nunes is the focal point, it's a bit different to how he was playing before. Before, he was just able to do what he needs to do, bro. And he was cooking. That's why I still think he was January signing the season anyway. I know George was big up George was saying Kulusevski, who I do rate, but I don't think Kulusevski, as good as he is, I think when it's all said and done and we look back like over the next 2-3 years, we're gonna say Diaz is clear of Kulusevski. I can't lie. I know some people are gonna say I'm being biased, yeah. As good as Kulusevski is, he's got this awkwardness kind of thing to him, and he's still a little bit like, does he even have the ball under control?
Very awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, I was watching him like today, bro, and he like doesn't take away from him being effective, but he kind of got nullified. In fact, he played all right today, but kind of got nullified at the same time.
It's very hard.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good no. But here's the thing: I don't want people to think I'm being disrespectful. I'm just saying Diaz is better. That's not me being disrespectful to Kulusevski. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know you're not, but I will say it out loud. Kulusevski is a good player. You can't talk to Diaz. I'm sorry.
No, he's a good player, but I just John it is as well. Sometimes people overrate players because it's better than what they had before. And what you got to remember at Spurs is they've always had the Son and Kane team. They've only had the centre forward and the left winger. They never had a sick right winger, bro. So when Kulusevski comes on that right side and he's good, them man are saying like he's the best thing ever, bro. It's like, no, he's not, bro. Bro, I've seen a tweet go out and say, has anyone ever settled into the Premier League better than this guy? Bro, I'm not going to lie. That's crazy, bro. Do you know how much people that have settled in faster, bro, and done more than what he's done? That's crazy, bro. I can't lie, bro.
We'll see, innit? We'll see. I think he's a good player, but let's see in a year or two's time. You're right, like which one of the two progress better. But there you have it, people. There's the team. Give me a prediction before we go, bro.
(2-1) Liverpool. And there'll be a cagey game as well.
All right, people. We'll be back on Monday.
No, bro. What you doing, bro? What are you saying, bro? Where's your prediction, bro?
Oh, you don't want mine.
No, bro. I want to hear your prediction. No, I do, bro.
Mine.
I do. What do you actually think? Who do you think is going to win? What, you think it's going to be a draw, a loss? Bro, just be honest. We're honest on this channel, bro. You think a draw? I can understand why.
I don't think we're going to beat them.
I think we will. The only reason I said before is because, like I said, like they're bottom of the league, if I'm not mistaken, for a reason, bro. And I know and I know it's Man United, and I know it's Man United. So you got to kind of take out form. But if we're going on, who's in a better way? Surely it can't be them. It can't be.
No, it's not. But you know what it is?
2-1.
it's not just because of the way our first 2 games have gone. It's not just because we don't have a striker in the game. Bro, there's just something in my mind that's telling me history's not going to allow Man United to have a 3-game losing start to a Premier League season.
Bro, no, it will.
I hope so. I bloody
Bro,
hope
it can't
so,
be another
bro.
draw. If we draw our first 3
But-
games, yeah, let's just not show up next show. I can't even lie, bro. I can't even lie.
But guys, we will be back on Monday. Obviously, we'll be doing the watch along. And this week, guys, just to give you a lot of heads up, we'll be moving the Monday show to Tuesday because we want to do a little bit of a build up to the game. And last week, you know, the Monday show didn't get enough respect due to the fact that we just ended up talking about the game and stuff, guys. So next week, we will be moving the Monday show to Tuesday. So it'll be the Monday-Tuesday night show next week. So we'll be coming in with an extended build up to the game for the watch along. And then obviously we'll do the match reaction after the game. So we'll see you guys on Monday, probably around 7:30, 20 to 8, guys. So make sure you're there for that. Keep tuned to the socials for confirmation on that. Make sure you smash the like button, guys. Big up for joining. Big up to all the supers. Big up to everyone watching afterwards as well. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. And yeah, anything you want to say, Matt, before we take the people out?
Boy, we just need to get the 3 points, bro. Just give me the 3 points. Like, season's
Just
got to
give me
start,
the
man.
points.
Bro, we just need them, bro. I beg. Hey, I don't want to see. Hey, what's that? Where's that video? Actually, I won't even play that video. I don't want to jinx it. Come on to the real. Nah, I won't even play it.
Nah, Bob. Look, I tell you, I tell you one thing though, bro. If we don't win this game, this will be what's happening to our title race. We'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.